Let me tell you, Kwamis Choice Part 1 or Transmission was everything. My ADRINETTE heart is thriving right now. If you were to ask me what my favorite episode was, like right after Kwamis Choice came out, I probably would have said that it's that episode. Now that I've kind of thought about it and processed it, I'm not entirely sure if Kwamis Choice Part 1 is my favorite episode of Season 5. I don't even think it's in the top 5, which is sad because I really love the episode, but like there's been so many good ones. Although it's not my favorite from Season 5, I definitely have to say it's a solid 9 out of 10 because it is an amazing episode.
I hope Adrian has a good Christmas.
Akira.
So the episode starts off with MIRACULOUSMAS talking about how nothing ever really works out for her and she can't really be with anyone, which is technically true, but I don't think that it's true for the reason that she thinks it is. I think it's true because it's never the right timing or the right person. Like, it's never had anything to do with just her herself. It's just with Cat Noir. It's not the right time for her to be with Cat Noir. It's not the right time for Lady Noir or Marishat to be a thing. And before, it was never the right time for her to be with Adrian, and then with Luca, that just wasn't the right person. I mean, Master Fu has even said himself that there's a right time for everything and things will work out when they work out because it's the right time. I think a really good lesson to learn from Kwamis Choice is everything is going to happen when it's going to happen in the way that it's going to happen, and you shouldn't try to force anything. Just like with Adrian later on in the episode, he never tried to like pry a confession out of her. Even though he kind of already knows how she's feeling, he's not going to try and force her to tell him. He's just going to let her do it whenever she can. Which is something that I've noticed Adrian is doing a lot this season, and I really love that, especially because this is a kid show, and I think that that is a really good thing to teach kids. Anyway, quickly backing up to before Adrian ever went to MIRACULOUSMAS' house. I'm sorry, what? Chloe said that MIRACULOUSMAS used to literally have to ask Chloe for her permission to go to school. Huh? Like, don't get me wrong, I know that Chloe's always been really mean to MIRACULOUSMAS, but like, I didn't think it was this bad. Oh my goodness. I really shouldn't be surprised though, to be honest. Anyway, going back to ADRINETTE, there's this running theme in Miraculous that I find absolutely hilarious. And it's where one person in one form hurts the other person, but then goes to cheer up the person that they hurt as like their other person. Does that even make sense? Let me give you an example. In Glossiator, Cat Noir was really upset because he had this whole date plan and then Ladybug didn't end up showing up. And MIRACULOUSMAS was the one who cheered him up. And that's exactly what's going on in Kwamis Choice. Adrian hurt MIRACULOUSMAS as Cat Noir and then went over to her house to cheer her up as Adrian. It's times like these that just really remind me why I love the Love Square so much. Also, can we quickly talk about Tiki and Plag? I love how involved they are in the Love Square recently. Throughout the whole show, I would say mainly Plag. He's never really been involved that much with the Love Square, but now he is, and I absolutely love that. Like, Pleaky talking about the Love Square behind their backs is my absolute favorite thing ever. Actually, speaking of the reveal, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was them not being able to be together because of their miraculous. This is actually something that I've noticed is brought up quite a lot in the show, or more specifically just season 5. So because of how much it's mentioned, it seems like that would be foreshadowing something, that something being them not having the miraculous anymore, and that's the only way that they can ever be together. But I really don't think that they are. If anything, I think that it's the opposite. Their miraculous is what will bring them closer. I think it's highly possible that ADRINETTE won't ever actually date fully until the reveal happens. There's always going to be something missing with their relationship, and when the reveal happens, they realize that the thing that was missing was the other sides of themselves. I think the universe will continue to try to keep them at a distance because Lady Noir is also made for each other, if that makes sense. I mean, you can't have one Love Square ship without having all of them because, well, it's the Love Square. It includes all of them. And the universe knows that, so until the reveal happens and the Love Square can finally be together in all aspects, they're going to keep any ship at a distance from each other. Which also, in the end, is the reason why Lady Noir comes back. If it was really better for them to not be Ladybug and Cat Noir, and the only way that they could be together was without the miraculous, then I don't think Lady Noir would ever come back. Like I said, the universe knows what's best for the love square and what has to happen in order for them to actually be together. So if them not having the miraculous was the thing that allowed them to be together, then the universe would do anything to make sure that they don't come back. But obviously they do, and it stays that way. If there is anything that I think that we should take away from Kwami's choice, it should be just how important Lady Noir is to the love square. I talked about in my Lady Noir being dead video that Lady Noir isn't actually dead. The only reason that it seems like that is because it's not Lady Noir's time to be together. And I think that what Kwami's choice is telling us is that even though Lady Noir's dead, it still is very important and crucial to the love square. We still really need Lady Noir, it's just not really their time. That's why Lady Noir is just kind of, well, whatever it is right now. Now for this next section, welcome to what I like to call, I literally hate you so much, Gabriel, go away. And for this edition, we will be talking about, well, obviously how much I hate Gabriel, but more specifically, we're going to be talking about Gabriel akumatizing his son, well, wanting to. I made a video a few days ago talking about Cat Blanc 2.0, and I gotta say, if only I had waited a few more days to upload that video, because I think that what happened in this episode is just more proof of that. Gabriel literally wants to akumatize Adrien, just like how he wanted to akumatize him in Cat Blanc, except the difference between Cat Blanc and Kwami's choice is that he doesn't know who Adrien is, which quite frankly is a very good thing. Nonetheless, it still shows just how insane Gabriel is. I cannot. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you, if Emily ever does come back, there is no way she's going to be happy to see Gabriel at all. Like, Gabriel has gone through literally so much trouble. Well, not necessarily trouble. He's just gone through a lot of chaos. Unnecessary chaos, might I add. But I digress. I'm almost positive that the first thing that she would do is divorce him. Like, all Emily ever wanted was for Natalie and Gabriel to protect her son, and quite frankly, all Gabriel's ever done is just ruin his son's life, so there's no way that Emily would be happy about that and would stay with him after it. I mean, your son is literally in pain, and all you care about is using that to your advantage. I'm doing this for Adrien's happiness, my butt. He literally makes me so mad. I feel like he is also the reason why I love Natalie so much. Like, the worse Gabriel gets, the more I love Natalie. Now, I have so much more that I could say about Gabriel, but that means that this video would be extremely long, and I don't think anyone wants to hear that. So, I'm going to be ending the segment here. Now, moving on to something a little bit more happy, I don't actually have anything specific to say about this. All I have to say is that everything about it was just absolutely adorable. The way that he knew that she couldn't say it, and so he just had her raise her hand. Like I said, the ADRINETTE in this was just absolutely impeccable. It was so adorable. I love them. They are just adorable. The way Marinette just quickly grabbed onto Adrien's arm, and the way he looked at her, and then just the fact that they stayed in that position the whole entire time the Akuma fight was going on. Not gonna lie, I think this episode and just the ADRINETTE in this episode will forever be my personality.